back to the race. I'm Buckwheat, and I'm here with Potts. Got a little special show for y'all. We're going to be reviewing week 1, is where we'll kind of start things off. And then we'll kind of make our way toward talking about Thursday night football. And then lastly, ending tonight's show with the AFC divisional champions. All right, but yeah, let's review week 1. Potts, what was your thoughts on week 1, college football? How'd it go?
Well, our picks, we had Rick coming in, taking Tennessee to cover the 38.5. And honestly, it was close to that at halftime. I think they were up by like probably 30 or 35 by then. So Rick made a good pick there. My pick obviously was UCLA to cover 14. And we saw that they're not a great team. And going forward, I'm not going to be putting my money on UCLA at all. I'm going to be fading them all year in that new Big Ten.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there with UCLA. I mean, they look pretty bad. Couldn't really get anything going. The whole way through that Big Ten schedule, I'd say just fade them all day. And speaking of fade, I think the other guy you got to fade all day is going to be DJU. Florida State can't make a third down throw. I think one of my buddies they had a bet on him throwing 2 touchdowns. He couldn't even do that against Boston College. It's just not driving this.
I was going to put a prop down for him to throw a pick. I should have put that down, man. That was almost easy money, too easy.
Oh no, absolutely. And we had a lot of fun watching that game because we made the little short about Mr. DJU there, reminding the people on that.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, we also made another short on LSU there, and I know you wanted to kind of talk about that.
Yeah, watching LSU, you just kind of saw their undisciplined actions right up front. It is a big game, first game of the year for them there, and they kind of let the emotions get to them a little bit. And the thing that stood out to me is that Brian Kelly didn't really have control of his players for one, and he wasn't emotionally invested to me. When I was watching him on the sideline, he didn't seem like he was just coaching the guys in the way that they needed to be coached, being like a father figure, being like that guy that's going to pick them up when they're down and, teach them lessons throughout the game. He was kind of just letting them do whatever they were going to do. So I think he's got, no control over his players. And I'm not saying they're a bad team. They look pretty good, but I think it's going to be a coaching issue with LSU this season.
Yeah, and I saw that clip of him just pounding the desk at the end of the game out of frustration. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm very frustrated. I'd be frustrated too. I mean, they definitely had USC on the ropes there, looking like they could easily put them away, but they just couldn't get it done. Just kind of let them hang around, and just couldn't put them away.
I would have loved to see some of that emotion in the game. When it's time to act, not after in the post game presser. That's much too late there, Mr. Kelly.
Completely agree. But yeah, just looking back at week 1, I think it was a little up and down action for us. I know another pick that I really liked. I thought that really looked good. I thought Georgia looked really good. They looked really explosive. I know Clemson's a little down. They don't want to go in the portal and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting as Georgia kind of builds up towards that Alabama week. But they look like to be operating on all cylinders. Their running back, he looked great. So I think they're going to be just fine. They're going to be right in the mix.
Yeah, what was the spread for that game? It was like 6.5, 7. Was it supposed to be close?
Yeah, they covered it with no problem.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was looking at that line. I was like, yeah. Clemson's got to be pretty good, huh? And then, of course, the first half was a low-scoring game. But after they figured them out, they toasted them. I'm just going to go ahead and say that, Boston College came out very strong. I like the way they played, especially against a ranked opponent. They came out there with a chip on their shoulder again, and a lot of the times that's what you need to win. Just playing like dogs out there. Just going for the gold, going out there and just going to war with guys. And like you said, DJU just couldn't handle it. And I think we called it actually in the pregame, where we were like, hey, if FSU goes down by a touchdown, maybe 2 touchdowns, they're going to get it in their head that, oh, my God, we're about to lose 2 in a row to start the year. And I know that's exactly what everybody on that sideline was thinking. As soon as they didn't get, a touchdown in the first quarter or they were down at the half, that they were gone.
Yeah, I mean, me and Rick's been watching DJU for the past, 3 years, and he's always thrown picks, can't make a third down throw. yeah, it's just super frustrating. And like, yeah, there's no change there. So yeah, to all our subscribers out there and those watching this, definitely continue to fade that. I think you got money in the bank right there. Just continuing to fade Florida State if you got DJU, running the show there. But yeah, all right. Well, we'll take a quick break and then we'll be transitioning to Thursday Night Football that's coming up in a few days. All right.